Hey, this is Ebbie with Ebbie Reviews, and this is going to be my review of the Millennials of Dallas, Season 3, Episode 2, Me Too. So, one, this episode took 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks to come out. Two, I don't understand what Me Too has to do with anything that happened in this episode. Three, this was just several long introductions of new cast members, and then like one scene which did not make any sense between JT and Amir, but we'll get to there in just 1 minute. So of course we go to scenes that happened in the last episode and all that blah 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 blah. You know what happened because I told you last time. So, when we ended the season episode before, they were at the meeting, they was at the networking event at Top Golf. And there seemed to be an altercation getting ready to start because Amir seemed to be was in his feelings, and then somebody was making side comments about the business cards, and drama was about to ensue. Cut to the beginning of this episode, we meet Risha, the barber. She owns Fifth Avenue Grooming Lounge in Dallas. She is a barber to several famous people. And so what she wants to do, even though she owns her own shop and does barbering for these different celebrities, her passion and what she would like to do is to do like prosthetic makeup for like movies and videos and things of that nature. However, she's reached out to several unions to figure out how she can get in and, to, I guess, become an apprentice, or I don't know how that works. But the unions have told her that your barbering license is not enough for you to join these unions, become an apprentice, and start learning your craft and all that good stuff. You have to have your cosmetology license. So instead of her looking at that as a stumbling block, she says, okay, she enrolls into cosmetology school to get her cosmetology license. And she says, well, this will just give me yet another skill set. And I just lost my train of thought. And I have notes in front of me, y'all. Father God. This will give her another skill set and help her to become better in her craft. Boom. That's what I was going to say. So there's this rumor going around that she's a scammer. And baby girl is like me. She's like, I'm too scary to do crime. So, girl, no. But of course, people will believe a lie before they believe the truth. So they running with that as the narrative that she's a scammer or something about credit cards and something. I don't know, but she said she ain't do it, and it's a lie. So we then go from Risha to Kendu, who is 24 from Chicago, and he has a clothing brand, and he has a new line coming out called Elevation. And he did a photo shoot for his new line with Malcolm, who is the owner of the YouTube channel that the show comes on, and he's the executive producer, and he is behind the show. And he's also a cast member. Oh, goodness. Hold on. Uno momento, por favor. Okay, so we then go to Joshua Blocker. Okay. So Joshua is 25. He's a writer-director. He owns his own his goal is to own his own production company. He was in a National Pizza Hut commercial. And he wrote a short film called Never Have I Ever, which is what he's working on right now. We are with him when they do the first table read. The short film is about domestic violence, which he says he has intimate knowledge of because his sisters were in a relationship that involved some domestic violence. And he says he is saying that he's learned that in these type of situations, especially when dealing with family, you can't want it more than your family member wants it for themselves. No matter how many times you come over and put your foot in the ass of whoever it is that's beating up on the other party, until that other party says that, yes, I want help, I want to get out of the situation, it's really nothing that you can actually do. So that took up the bulk of the show, really, is this table read and them getting ready to start filming for this short film. And at the tail end, we have, at this is going to be short, y'all. At the tail end, we have a conversation between JT and Amir about the attention and what happened at the networking event at Topgolf. So Amir admits he was aggressive and abrasive at the event, and he apologized, and then apologizes sincerely to JT. I didn't mean to ruin your event or make you feel any type of way, but I was just, he was just he's like, I don't know why he acted the way he acted. He's just being extra for no apparent reason. So he said that he felt the way that JT, knowing he had a problem with Amir and how it went at the event, instead of coming to Amir and speaking to Amir about what the situation was, he went to someone else and talked about it behind his back instead of coming to him. And JT said, well, yeah, I did do that and I was wrong in that. And they seemed like they were trying to come to a meeting of the minds, but they both have bad attitudes and it just didn't mesh well. It just didn't seem to click all together. And that's how the episode ended. I'm going to say this with all the love and kindness that I have for this show and for Malcolm, whose channel this is, and he's trying to do this thing because I want to be as supportive as possible. But I'm going to give you just a tiny bit of constructive criticism. Maybe you can apply this as for next season, because I'm assuming all the filming is done for this season. I feel like you have a good bunch of people. What I do not feel like is that you have a clear through storyline about how all of these people are connected, and there's no clear direction or vision that this show is going into. And maybe if you're going to have all of these same people back on next season, that once you get you hold interviews with each of them about where they are in their life and where they're trying to go. And then you draw up a storyline, because we know reality shows aren't real. Draw up a storyline, and then you either plan events around that storyline or see what events that your people have going on that you can incorporate into the storyline that you're going to present, so it makes cohesive sense as a show all the way through. Because right now it just seems like random. None of it makes sense and none of it is coming together. And that just could be me. But, I just want to be honest in my critique of the show. So, that is all I have for this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you agree or disagree with my constructive criticism, drop it down in the comments. Let's talk about it. This is your girl, Ebbie, with Ebbie Reviews, and I will catch you in the next one.